So we got into Browers and back out in 13.5 hours. And that was a tough day.
I was stumbling downhill at that point.
Well, you guys actually impressed me. So you didn't do it in one day? Or you did do it in one day?
We started it.
See, I thought you can't. I couldn't tell by your
right
spot.
At the bottom, and then left at 8 a.m. on the 29th and got up to Browers around 3:30 in the afternoon, and then down at like 9:30 at night.
So it was dark? You were going through it dark?
Yeah, it had just gotten... We came out, it was dark.
You following your old tracks?
No, we lost them. I'll show you on I've got the USGS map, but I don't remember pull it out.
So was it snowed the whole way?
95% of it.
So, what was did you go by any of the strategy I told you, or you just kind of figure your own way?
So we hooked up with the manager of the wildlife refuge, and he told there's an old CDT trail that hugs the base of Nemesis, and we followed that around. And we were probably on the trail like 40% of the time, maybe 30% of the time, I don't know. On and off it though, we'd find markers, we'd find flagging, and then we'd be off it, and we just, take the best route we could. It was just that was a tough day. It's been tough. The first 9 days have been fucking brutal. And then
every time, yeah, the first 2 days are gonna be tough. Okay, sure. Then we get to the foot in, we're like, oh, this is gonna be tough too. And then we're like, oh, okay, this isn't too bad. A couple days of nice paddling.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, it's good. Okay. Then right off.
And then we run out of water.
Anywhere.
And then the beaverhead didn't have a lot of water on it. We slogged through the beaverhead for a lot of it.
It was like 6 inches of water.
But Red Rock was like wallowing in cow shit for days. It was tough.
How deep was it?
Inches. So when we started, we had good water. So we did a lot of lining the boat from Lima Dam down, but we also did a fair amount of paddling. And then the second day on it, we did quite a bit of paddling, but it was like, I can't imagine doing that in any other boat without a Royal X hull. I think anything else would have been pretty trashed. We dragged that boat over everything.
Nice. So how about the barbed wire fences? You want to comment on that?
We did pretty good on them. So the water levels were so low, we were able to sneak underneath. We didn't portage a single one.
Are you serious?
We were able to squeeze through or just lift up and get over.
See, when Paul Gamache and Rod did it, the current was so fast that it was just, they had to bail either before or get slammed into it and get caught into it.
I could imagine that being really awful. Yeah.
And you got under all the low bridges, all right?
Oh yeah.
Because
feet of clearance.
Paul says he had to duck one time and it barely cleared his nose. That's how fast the current was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a few that were, within a foot. We had to take the snowshoes down off the boat because they were sticking up too high. But we got under just about everything all right. It was just a long few days.
We're asked by any ranchers down on their land, what the fuck the hell are you doing on our land?
So we go through this one fence, and it's got some pine posts, and it's got big nails, like 6-inch, 9-inch nails hammered through them, underwater, pointing upstream. And we kind of disassembled a little bit of that to get past it, and then I put everything back in place. And a mile downriver from that, there are a bunch of ranchers out on horseback and wave. They don't wave back, and this woman goes flying up on horseback and behind us, and I'm sure she was going to check the fence. And then they never talked to us, but that was we didn't have really any interaction.
It's totally against the law to do that. They can't obstruct the river.
Right.
Kind of messed up. And then it was shortly after we got off their property, went through one more fence, and then it was 100 yards later, and the Red Rock just dried up.
Oh man!
So I walked up into somebody's backyard, and they helped us get gear up to their yard. We ended up camping there for the night, and the next day did the portage from Dell to just farther up Red Rock River where there was water.
How many hours did you portage?
I got started on the I was walking by 6 and probably on the water by 3. So what's that? 9 hours.
So it was about an 18-mile portage, you think?
I don't know what it was. I got to go on Google Earth. Maybe 15-ish.
But was Andy with you?
No. So the kid who let us camp in his yard gave Andy and he took most of the gear around and dropped it off at a campsite below the Clark Canyon reservoir.
And he stayed there, and then you portaged the rest of the way?
I portaged, paddled the reservoir, got out, and then Andy met me and portaged around.
Let's see. Can figure out when he joined and...
Yeah.
All right.
The card I've got, my portage card ended up not being that. So we walked around the wildlife refuge, picked up the boat, and we only had 6.5 miles to go to drop it in at the west end of the refuge, and it was hell. It was hell pulling it on that cart. It just and then the wheels were rubbing on the frame, and I put an NRS strap around the bottom to try to cinch it all back in, but I think the damage has been done. The long portage not with a lot of weight in there, just some day gear in my water was no problem, but loading it back up I know would be an issue again.
On the side, because it's a great, people camp in there in the summer.
We showered there.
Oh, you did? Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was great. Dropped a few bucks in the donation box. That's a really cool setup. I biked cross country in 2008, and I don't remember a single free shower.
Really?
You know, that little setup they've got in Twin Bridges is cool.
Yeah, I never saw anything like that when I came across the other way. I only did half there, but I never saw anything coming across there. Nothing like that.
You're probably so glad to get there too, because you finally got some current, especially when the big hole comes in downstream, and then it's a river.
Huge. That is a river. Yeah, and then God, yesterday afternoon, was the nicest day of paddling by far we've had. We had a big river, good current, and it was just a beautiful day.
Yeah, it went. What was it here yesterday, Mark? What was it like? 75. It went from 75 and sunny to 31 and rain and snow.
At least 75, maybe even more.
Yeah.
About that. Yeah. Crazy. Well, even this morning it was in the 50s in Livingston, and then by the time we left it was 38 or something like that. Yeah.
Do you know how long the cold weather's going to stick around for?
Yeah, really, it's fast in and out. Like tomorrow, it's supposed to kind of clear up. I know Wednesday's supposed to be full on sun.
Yeah, right. I don't think it's supposed to get super, really warm up fast.
Okay. Well, that's not
from what I saw.
Anything above 50 in sun is good. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I just don't think we could do another day of all rain.
This would be tough.
Almost.
Still some pretty, some pretty steep terrain. Snowshoes weren't a whole lot of fun. And I haven't been at elevation like that in long enough that my body doesn't really remember it. That was a little bit of a struggle up there. But
you see any grist tracks?
Oh yeah. So we found the yurt.
You got to show me on a map someday where that is.
I don't know if I could, but
is it near Lillian Lake?
Yeah.
Not far.
Yeah.
Up canyon or down?
Down.
Oh.
So there's a yurt.
Yeah, I don't.
It's owned by a heli ski company out of somebody.
That's the place where some people died.
Yeah, people died a few years ago. Yeah. They got lynched. Oh yeah.
There's two little knolls
Before the lake.
Before the lake, but up and to the left if you're looking uphill. Up the valley.
Yeah, we figured that if we, worst came to worst, we could crash there, but we had a cutoff point. I don't remember what. We said if we weren't back to the yurt by 7 o'clock. But we made it down pretty quick. The downhill was a hell of a lot faster than the uphill.
So, what about the bear tracks? Or?
Oh yeah, so right by the yurt we came across two distinctly separate sow and cub tracks. And then on our way down from the spring, there was a solo bear that had crossed right in front of us, pretty fresh tracks. But we didn't see a bear. Saw moose tracks up there too, didn't see a moose. Yeah, not much of a wildlife up there. The refuge.
A mountain goat on the way back.
Yeah, you saw a goat.
That craggy part right in the beginning.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know those goats up there.
Yeah, that big knoll right across from Nemesis that you gotta go around.
Yep.
Yeah, he's right on top of it watching us.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
You were up there in the summer. Mark's done the Continental Divide Trail from Mexico to Canada.
Oh,
so
nice.
You went up through that. Did you get water at Browers?
Oh yeah, yeah. We stopped there and looked at the little log and.
Yeah, was the cairn buried?
I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, it would have been obvious. Pile of rocks. That high. Oh.
Yeah, I hope my GPS coordinates were accurate enough.
You were. I saw that one photo you posted. You were, because
cool.
You punched the thing
Yeah.
at 3:12.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know you'd departed. I thought you were leaving the next day, and I'm like, holy shit, he's there. I emailed a bunch of people. I'm like, check it out, he's there. No, you were right on it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because it's not an obvious drainage.
Oh, no, it's
super
just
shallow.
oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little depression in a hill. I'd like to get back up there sometime in the
It's
summer.
cool in the summer, yeah. Totally different, yeah.